Hello, I hope you all are doing well. I'm thinking about all of you, and sorry that I won't be seeing you again this semester. But I have our online course set up, and I wanted to go through it just a little bit so you know what to expect and what to do. You'll want to get onto Blackboard like I am here, and then if you head over here to the left, you'll see online lessons. Everything you need is going to be there. And you click on it, you'll see our revised syllabus, which I'll come back to in a minute. And then online class part 1, online class part 2. This one is not ready yet. You may not even be able to see it yet because I'm the instructor, I can see it. But this part is ready to go. So you'll click here. This is the reading that we were supposed to do right after spring break. That's the one on pilgrimage. And so what I'm going to have you do now is you can open it up and then come back over here and then open up this reading quiz. And this time I know in the past we that you only brought a sheet of paper, etc. But this time you can just have it open book. So you can have you can toggle back and forth. Here's your reading quiz, and then here's your the actual reading, and then here's the quiz. So you just begin the quiz and it'll all come up. Just read the question and then read along and see if you can find the answer. So we'll do that this time, and then there'll be one more reading quiz in part 2 of this online course. So that maybe be the first thing you want to do if you want to go over, and if you're having some trouble with the reading, I've set you up with your group. You should find it over here on the left. You can just click on your group and you'll see a discussion board. You can go there and start a forum and say, look, I'm having trouble with the reading quiz. What'd you get for number 3? So it's all going to be open this time. You can use your group to help you out here. The reading quiz is worth the 30 points just as it was in the past. Now, if you don't want to start there, you can start here with the PowerPoint. And I'm going to click on it. I want to kind of show you, it's downloading here in the bottom of the screen. And I just want to kind of show you how long it's taking to download. I tried to compress the images. Well, I did compress the images. And I have kind of a moderately fast internet. And you can see it's still taking a little bit of time, so don't worry about that. For you, if you have a slow internet, you might want to go eat lunch and then come back and it should be ready. But once it loads and you want to open that, and your course will be here. So let's see if it opens. So here it is. And again with this one, you want to just go through the slides and one at a time. You can put it in screen view if you want. You'll have to put it in screen view in order to use some of the links that are here. And you'll just read through. Some of this we did already, but it'll kind of catch you up and help you to remember where we were. What I wanted to show you is you'll come to a slide like this one, and you'll read it says that I've set up a discussion board with your group for you to discuss this work. So here I'm comparing and contrasting these two interiors. So you'll want to come back to your Blackboard, to your group, and click on the group discussion, and there it is right there. So you can just join it, and if no one's posted so far, you can be the first and create a thread and answer this question with your group. And I'll be grading you on the overall, individually, but also the overall group responses. So it's important that you participate. If you don't participate, you'll get a 0, and you don't want that. So participate in some way, hopefully a very meaningful way, and then you'll be graded just like you have been in class. So then you'll come back here to your PowerPoint, and you'll keep going. But as you're going through, you'll look over here. You go back to the online lessons. Back here and here, you'll see that there's a PowerPoint quiz. So again, this is open book, so you can have the PowerPoint open while you're doing it. So they're pretty much in order, the PowerPoint. So read your question and then come to the PowerPoint and find the answer. And you can just kind of like toggle back and forth. And as you go through, these quizzes are going to replace your final. So you're going to have 2 of them. Each one is worth 200 points, and that will replace your final. But again, if you want to, you can come over to your group and say, I'm having trouble with this particular question or that particular question. Do you have any ideas? So you can all do it together. I'm hoping that maybe that will kind of reduce the stress a little bit. Now be careful here. If you are answering it and then you get called away for something, you can save your answers down here in the bottom right hand corner and then close the window and come back. But you can only save and submit once. So once you hit this far button, save and submit, then it's over. You're not going to be able to go back. So save your answers if you have to come back to it, but don't save and submit until you're ready to receive a grade and you're completely done. Then I have some ID quizzes. You have 2 ID quizzes in this particular part 1. And I put a practice quiz in here. And I encourage you, you can take this practice quiz as many times as you would like. I'd really encourage you to do this a couple of times before you try these ones for credit, because the ones for credit are timed. You only have 5 minutes to do the 10 questions. It's about 30 seconds per image. That's plenty of time if you have them committed to memory. It shows you which groups to study. That, remember, that's from your identification list over here. So I think you've already had a quiz over groups 1, 2, and 3. So we're not really adding things, but you're doing 2 quizzes here. You want to make sure that you have your spelling sheet out. Again, it's going to download down here, and when you click on it and bring it up, I would just have it off to the side here, because you can then just kind of cut and paste and put it right into the quiz. The quiz is going to be graded by a machine, so so if you cut and paste, then you know that you'll get the spelling correct. But if you feel like you got one correct and the computer counted it wrong, just tell me, and I'm happy to go in and grade it myself and look at it, make sure that it's right. So when you open the quiz, it looks like this, but don't begin until you're really sure you're ready to begin, because you'll get 5 minutes unless we've arranged for a different amount of time. But most people in the class will get 5 minutes, and once it starts, you can't go backwards. So you're only going to get 1 image at a time. You'll type in what it is, or you can cut and paste. You can go back and that this is Cordoba, so you could go here and just cut and then paste, or copy and paste, and then save answer and move forward. So and then here's the second one, and you just go through until you're done. You have a timer here, kind of lets you know how you're doing. You can see I've done that first one way in time, so there's no, you really should have plenty of time as long as you know what you're doing. So then once you're done, you'll I'm just gonna save these, even though we haven't answered it. We're just gonna go forward anyway. Anyway, once you're done, then there'll be a submit, and you'll submit it, and your grade should come up right away. So you'll take 2 of those. Do the practice quiz. Do the practice quiz several times, so that you it's set up so you can do it several times. So you make sure you know what you're doing. Now, when you come and do the actual quizzes for credit, you'll only be able to do it once, and it is timed. So get to feeling comfortable before you try those. But I think you'll be successful. You all have been really good on your ID quizzes, so I don't feel like I'm worried about you at all. Now I want to go back to the syllabus just so you can see some changes in the syllabus. Let's see, close this down. Okay, so if we come down here, you'll see just a few, there's no changes to IDs, no changes to the reading quizzes. The in-class group is just the one flat, it's really no change to that too. Those are your discussions. They'll still be 10 points. The paper reviews are still the same. The only thing about the test is it's still going to be 200 points, but you all did so well on your first test, and I'm just going to count that one twice. And then your PowerPoint quizzes, you're going to have 2 of those, and each one will be worth 200. Remember that they're open book, and they can be discussed with your group. So you have a worksheet so you can keep track of your work, and the grading scale has stayed the same. If you have any questions, the best thing to do is to email me, and that too, let's see, is in the new syllabus. So let me bring that up again just to make sure you know where it is. It's just bakers@uhd.edu. It's right there. So that's the quickest way to get a hold of me, is just to email me. Please don't hesitate to do that. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'll be looking at that more than twice a day for the rest of the semester. So now I think that you want to take about 3 weeks. I think we have about 6 weeks left. So half of the time we have left, you should have completed. I'm not going to give you a hard due dates, because I just think these are kind of extraordinary circumstances, and I don't know what your lives are like right now, so I just kind of want to leave that open and free. So I'll be looking at it continually throughout the rest of the semester. So, but just, if you're trying to pace yourself, think about 3 weeks for this part, and then pretty soon this part will be up and available to you. I'm going to be working on that in the next week, and that will be up, but it'll be similar to part 1. And about the same length, and then that will take the rest of the semester. So give me an email send me an email if you have any questions, and good luck to you.